Okay, let's get stuck in. Imagine this for a second. You've got a really critical shipment, right? Maybe it's a key part for your production line or, something your customers are desperately waiting for.
Hmm.
And it's just stuck, gone, somewhere, maybe between the UK and the US,
Hmm.
and you've got basically no idea where, no visibility.
And meanwhile, the costs are just climbing hour by hour.
Exactly. And your phone is probably ringing off the hook, frustrated customers demanding answers you just don't have. Does that scenario sound familiar?
Yeah, and our sources suggest it really should. This isn't some uh, freak accident. It's actually a pretty regular thing for a lot of businesses, a debilitating thing sometimes.
And the financial impact. It's kind of mind-blowing when you look at the numbers.
It really is.
Yeah.
Logistics UK, they put a figure on it.
Yeah.
They estimate supply chain delays cost British businesses something like 750 million a year annually.
Wow, 750 million.
Yeah. And that number, it's not exactly shrinking, especially now, post-pandemic, post-Brexit world we're in. It just hammers home how much these logistics snags hit the bottom line. It's way beyond just being inconvenient.
Absolutely. So that's our mission for this deep dive, really. We want to pull back the curtain on these modern logistics challenges.
Hmm.
We've looked at sources detailing the problems, but also how one company, SMA Worldwide, is basically trying to, well, solve logistics. That's their phrase.
Offering a smarter way, they say,
Hmm.
for shipping, storage, distribution, the whole package.
Right. So we'll explore why the current systems often seem to fall short and, what a genuinely effective modern logistics setup actually looks like, what makes it tick.
And it's interesting how these problems aren't just random chaos.
Hmm.
Our sources talk about them as specific friction points, things that become real operational roadblocks.
Like what, for instance?
Well, think about the lack of personal service you often get with the giant courier firms. You feel like just another tracking number, right? Not really a partner.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And then there's that classic black hole problem you mentioned earlier, the limited visibility.
Oh, definitely. You send something internationally, and poof, it sort of disappears off the radar. Very little real-time tracking, if any.
Which must be incredibly stressful when you need to tell your own customers what's going on. That lack of transparency is a killer.
It absolutely is. And it often goes hand in hand with inflexibility. So many providers, they kind of force you into these preset, cookie cutter deals.
One size fits all.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they just don't adapt if your business needs change or if you have unique requirements. Your logistics partner might not be agile enough to keep up.
Which, our sources point out, leads straight to another massive pain point, hidden costs.
Ugh, yes. Trying to budget when the pricing is all over the place, totally unpredictable. It makes proper financial planning almost impossible.
Right. And don't forget just the sheer complexity of it all. Businesses end up juggling, multiple providers. One for shipping, another for warehousing, maybe a third for distribution.
It becomes a job in itself, just managing the logistics of your logistics. It's mad.
So if these problems are so common, across the whole industry, how does a solution like SMA Worldwide even come about? What's the origin story there?
Well, that's quite interesting. Our sources say SMA actually spotted these exact issues way back, like 2001.
Really? That far back?
Yeah. They were doing consulting work, apparently, for some of the really big names in logistics, the global players. And they saw this clear disconnect, is how the sources put it,
A disconnect between what?
between what these big companies were promising their customers and what they were actually, delivering. There was a gap, a systemic one.
Ah, so it really was born from frustration then. That makes sense.
Totally. SMA Worldwide was basically founded to bridge that gap, to connect those sort of generic, inflexible services with what businesses really needed, which was more like a partnership.
It's like they just looked around and thought, hang on, there has to be a better way to do this.
Exactly. And they built their whole model around three core principles, according to our sources. The
Yeah.
first one is responsiveness.
Responsiveness. Okay, what does that mean in practice?
It means real people, real answers, real-time problem solving. So, none of those endless automated phone menus or being stuck on hold forever. You actually talk to someone.
That alone sounds like a massive improvement for many businesses. Okay, what's the second principle?
That would be flexibility. This is all about building solutions around your business needs, your specific situation.
Right, so the provider adapts to the client, not forcing the client into their preset box.
Precisely, it's tailored. And the third one is quality.
Quality, which can mean a lot of things.
True, but they back it up. They've got ISO accreditation, that's the big international standard for quality management. They have 4RS approval, which is about fleet safety and being environmentally responsible. And they're a Platinum Palletways member.
Yep.
That's the highest level you can get in the UK's main pallet network. So it shows a real commitment to doing things properly, not just talking about it.
So taking all that together, what does it actually feel like for a business working with them? What's the difference beyond just getting a tracking number?
Well, the sources really emphasize this idea of bespoke service, something they say has been long lost in large-scale logistics.
Bespoke service, like personal attention.
Yeah, exactly. It's about combining that small business agility, being quick, responsive, personal, with big company resources, having the infrastructure and reach to actually deliver.
That sounds like a pretty compelling combination. The best of both worlds, maybe.
That's the idea. And it allows for what they call process-driven performance. So even though it's personalized, it's still consistent, efficient, reliable, because the underlying processes are solid.
Okay.
But I think the real key takeaway here, the core promise, is that you get a team that actually knows your name, understands your priorities, and works proactively.
Proactively. So anticipating issues, not just reacting.
Exactly. That kind of personal accountability. That's what seems to make their model stand out.
Right. So let's dig into how they actually do that. How do they put these principles into action day to day? It starts with technology, I gather.
Yeah. Their tech platform seems pretty central. And it's not described as some, clunky old legacy system. It's built for modern ways of working.
Okay, so what can it do?
Real-time booking, tracking, all your data visible right there. Designed to be intuitive, easy to integrate, something clients actually use and rely on daily, apparently surpassing older systems.
Makes sense. You need good tech these days.
Absolutely. And then they apply this approach across what they term their 3 essential logistics pillars.
Pillars. Okay, what's pillar number 1?
Pillar 1 is shipping excellence. This covers, everything shipping. 24/7 online booking and tracking, global coverage.
Global, so UK, USA.
And beyond, yeah. International express services. Plus, they handle the tricky stuff specialist handling for urgent things, or regulated items like, say, dry ice shipments or critical legal documents.
Ah, okay, so not just standard boxes.
Right. And a big part of this is also handling customs support and compliance properly to, minimize those frustrating delays at borders. It's the whole shipping picture.
Got it. Shipping excellence. What's pillar 2?
Pillar 2 is storage and warehousing. So once it's shipped, or before it ships, where does it go? They offer professional containerization services.
Containerization, you mean packing things into containers securely?
Exactly. For secure storage, but also scalable storage. And the tech ties in here again, live visibility of all your inventory. You can see pallet status, proof of delivery, everything through their online portal.
That real-time visibility again. Crucial.
Crucial. And flexible terms, too. Lease terms, storage capacity, it all scales up or down with your business needs. So you're not stuck paying for empty space or caught short during busy periods.
And they have warehouses in different places.
Yeah, multiple locations across the UK, strategically placed for, better regional distribution later on.
Which leads us nicely to pillar 3, I assume.
You got it. Pillar 3 is distribution mastery. This is about getting the goods out to their final destination efficiently.
How do they manage that?
Various ways. Daily trailer services for bigger, large-scale distribution needs. They also have direct integration with Palletways. Remember the Platinum status?
Yeah, the pallet network.
Right. So that allows for cost-effective, reliable pallet deliveries across the UK. But it's not just routine stuff either.
Oh.
They also handle project logistics management. Think about specific, complex needs like a massive seasonal spike in demand, coordinating logistics for a big trade show, or even supporting a company during an expansion.
So they can manage those big one-off projects too, not just the day-to-day flow.
Exactly. And they scale these solutions whether you're a tiny startup or a huge enterprise client. It's about adapting to the specific distribution challenge.
Okay, that paints a pretty comprehensive picture. But does it actually work? Do we have proof?
Well, the proof is always in the results, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And our sources did include some compelling examples, like there was this direct quote from a client.
Oh, yeah. What did they say?
They said, "Not the cheapest company, but they are the best for customer service, security, and personal service. They're always available, even after hours."
Wow. Available even after hours. That really speaks to that responsiveness principle, doesn't it?
It really does. And there's a specific case study, too, involving a company called D-Day Electrical.
Okay, what happened there?
They apparently hit some serious, urgent supply chain disruptions, big problems. And SMA Worldwide stepped in, And the source says they swiftly provided a nationwide pallet delivery service that minimized disruption and protected their client relationships.
So they reacted quickly and effectively to solve a crisis.
Exactly. That kind of proactive problem-solving approach, which ties right back to that ultimate promise SMA makes. 100% peace of mind from collection to delivery. That's what they aim for.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, we've kind of journeyed through the, let's face it, often really frustrating world of modern logistics.
hmm From the common traps like those hidden costs and the visibility black holes.
Right through to seeing a different model like the one SMA Worldwide uses, which is built around being responsive, flexible, and actually providing personal service.
Yeah, it's become clear that solving logistics isn't just about the physical movement of goods. It's much more about building a genuine partnership,
Mhm.
one that understands your business and, ideally, anticipates what you need.
It really is.
And that maybe leaves us with a final thought for you listening. We've seen how having the right logistics partner can seriously boost efficiency and, frankly, peace of mind for a business.
Yeah.
So the question is, where else in your own work, or maybe even just in your daily life, are there recurring friction points, those little things that constantly hold you back or cause frustration? Identifying and solving those could be surprisingly powerful. It's a way of thinking that goes way beyond just shipping boxes.
That's a great point. Applying that solve the friction idea more broadly. And if someone listening is thinking about their logistics friction points and wants to explore a partner like SMA, how easy is it to get started? Is it a whole complicated process?
Apparently not. Our sources mentioned they have a really fast, frictionless onboarding process.
Frictionless onboarding. Nice touch.
Yeah, you can get an ad active within like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Gives you immediate access to their platform, their tools, their support team.
And no hard sell. No being forced into a standard package.
Nope, that seems to be the point. No hard sells, no off-the-shelf bundles, just smart, tailored logistics delivered by people who seem genuinely invested in helping your business succeed.